Hey everyone, this is Brad the mechanic, and today I am going to show how to replace the windshield wiper transmission in a 2007 Chevy 2500 HD. I don't think it really matters the HD or anything like that. All these trucks are pretty much going to have the same part. Yeah, seems pretty straightforward so far. All you need is a 9/32 for the small bolts to take off the trim piece right here. There's one bolt here, one bolt on the other side, and you take these plastic trim pieces off with a little flathead screwdriver, and there's another bolt down right there, that little hole. So now the first thing after you take those tabs off, we'll take those 4 bolts off, because there's going to be another one that was removed. That was right here. And then you can see the tabs that the plastic trim pieces came off of. Alright, now that we got those trim pieces off the sides and the bolts taken out, this thing is loose, ready to come out. 15mm nut comes off. And then this is the windshield wiper fluid hose, and if you look, it'll come off the little piece right there, pops off. Be careful not to break this, because this is plastic right here, so you don't want to break it. And then for these, this is how you know it's bad when the wipers just move freely. That's how you know the transmission is bad. But if you see, what I'll do is I try to push. It's hard to get a good spot to see, but this piece right here, you want to wiggle and it'll come off. This one I already had wiggled and got it loose to show. Sometimes it can take just a few minutes, but I am going to take the other wiper off now. Get my stool here because I'm small. Fucking. Fucking see a fucking thing. Motherfucker. Okay. So you're gonna have to hold the arm when you loosen it. They can be tough sometimes. So you get it loose. Might help if you had an extension on here, but I'm just being lazy. Make sure you put this on. Fucking A! What the fuck am I supposed to do a video if you can't fucking see anything? Oh, fuck. Oh my. Alright. So, the bolt's off. I'm going to push towards the windshield a little bit and wiggle it. And you keep wiggling it. Eventually, boom, just like that. And then remember, you're gonna want that light, or the I said light, the hose for the washer solvent. You don't want to fuck that up. So you just want to pull on it lightly. Boop, and it comes out. So now I'll take the plastic off. Wasn't so hard, no, was it? So now we will take a look at. So we pulled this off, right? But there is a hose connected right there. So we are going to unplug that somehow. Oh, it looks like it might unplug it from. Yeah, right there. Oop, got a little water dripping. Yeah, let's get that unplugged, shall we? So what I'm actually going to have to do is take these spouts off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit them with this and get them to go in this little hole, which is hard to do with one hand and one in the with the camera, but that's what I'm going to do. We'll get these off. Don't forget there's two of them. So what I'm going to do is there's tabs right here. It's kind of hard to see. See the two tabs? I'm going to squeeze this. Oop, squeeze a little too hard. And it's going to release that into the to the little hole right there. You kind of got to push while you're squeezing, and it'll come right through. And you can see I pushed it back through the hole. Now this whole thing is free to pull out, and you can see the transmission and the motor, which we're gonna have to unplug right there. Alright, so there's the plug to the motor that we're gonna have to take off. You can see the tab right there that you gotta get to come off. What I usually do is, because it's hard as heck to push with your fingers, you squeeze it and it'll come out. Sometimes you'll have to pull it with your fingers as you're pushing that tab with the needle nose. But that's out of the way. And now we have 3 10mm bolts. One. So there's the 1, 2, and then 3. So let's start removing those. You might want to be careful because you don't want to snap these. As you can see, this one's rusted to frick because this is a salt truck. It's got a big salt spreader on the back. Yeah, because if you break one of these, it's going to be a pain in the ass because you're going to have to drill and tap it again because you need to have this fastened here. Or at the very least, find another way to fasten it in this same spot. So yeah, this is going to take a few seconds, so I'm going to come right back. Alright, so took that one out, and then this one, bolt didn't really want to come out because it was so rusty, but it did come loose. It's loose from there, so we will now attempt to remove this transmission and There we go. Seems to come out pretty easily. We can see the issue here. Ooh. So, yeah, if you look right here, I don't know how this is supposed to be working right now. Yeah, so this part right here, this little ball socket. Oh my goodness. Look at how rusted that thing is. This is a 2007 here, folks. Okay, so now I'm going to change this motor. These 3 bolts I'm going to take off, and also this one. This one can sometimes be a pain in the ass, but we'll see. I'm going to lube it up and I'm sure it'll come off. So we'll take these out. Boop, boop, boop. Look like 10 mils. This one looks like a 14. We'll take them off and see what happens. So this one right here was actually a 12. I was way off with the 14. So that's a 12. That came right off. So there's a couple more 10 mils. But they came off, look, it's so easy. Like that, I didn't even turn that yet. It's crazy, man. So yeah, let me get these other ones off. There's just one. Oh, it's loose. It's loose. All right. Now this armature has to come off. I'm sure it might be easier to. Mother. So what I ended up doing is I took this little ball peen, I just tapped a little bit right here, and it got it loose. So we got it off. I'm going to clean that up a little bit, get the splines clean, and then we'll reinstall the new, well, we won't reinstall, we reinstall this. We'll attach it to the new trans. Guys, you're never too cool for eye protection. These little things will shoot wires right into your eye sockets. So, got them nice and clean. It's not critical that the splines are that clean, but it's nice. It's just always better to do a good job. And it's just, be a good mechanic, you bastard. Well, sometimes you can have situations like this where they didn't give you the right fucking part. So, since they didn't have the right part, so what happened was this is the old transmission and the old motor. The new transmission didn't fit this motor didn't fit the new transmission. These bolts were different sizes. So what I found out was this truck is the same as a Canadian truck, and it was built in the Pontiac, Michigan plant, which means it had a different supplier for this part. So if I need to change this in this truck, I need to change the motor and the trans, which they don't have the motor right now. I have to get it shipped to me. So I have to fix this. I have to somehow fix this so that the guy can use it tonight because he's got a plow. So this fits over here. It's like a ball socket. It goes over, snaps on. Well, this keeps coming off, right? So I've drilled a hole in here, and I have a little piece of metal that I cut to fit, and it fits right in here. I'm going to weld that in there, and then have this go through. And then I'm going to weld a little tab on it so that it doesn't come off. And then when he needs to change it, we'll change it the right way. But this is at least going to get him working wipers for tonight. Fucking A. Can you just fucking sit there? Alright, so now I'm going to weld this sucker to it. Hopefully it'll work. Sweet. Alright. So as you can see, I just welded that sucker on there. So as you can see, I welded the rod on and then I put it through the thing and then I put a washer on it so that it can't come off ever. It might be a little loose, but this thing is not going to come off. So he's going to have working windshield wipers at the very least. And we have wipers. Oh yeah, buddy. Thanks for watching my video, you guys. That was my first time making an automotive instructional video. I'm gonna make more because I work on cars every day all the time and they're always pieces of junk, so you get to see the worst case scenario most of the time. Let me know what you thought in the comments. See ya.